Hi, I'm Luke Leifeste, and this is Flyover Feasts, where I share an interesting meal with some of Oklahoma's most interesting Oklahomans. Today we're feasting at Noche, a slice of Mexico City smack dab in the heart of Tulsa's Greenwood District. Helmed by chef Marco Herrera, its colorful take on Mexican cuisine landed it on the New York Times Best New Restaurants list of 2024. Dining with me today is Venita Cooper. She's a startup founder, culture driver, and everyone's favorite sneakerhead. Venita, welcome to Flyover Feast.
Thanks for welcoming me, Luke. I'm so happy to be here. Also, I didn't realize Noche, New York Times list.
You didn't know that?
That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw that, I was like, we've made it.
We've made it.
We've made it. I'm ready for some food.
What's up, guys? Glad y'all are here. This is our house Caesar salad. Caesar salad is a Mexican food. It was invented by an Italian immigrant in Tulsa.
What?
So happy to claim the Caesar salad as our own. But ours is romaine hearts, classic Caesar dressing, little crispy corn, and some grana padano. Enjoy.
Thank you.
So, Venita, you were talking about opportunity in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that. What is that? How has that impacted your experience here?
Obviously, it's allowed me to start a business. I should start 2 businesses and fund 2 businesses.
You not only founded Silhouette Sneakers and Art here in the Greenwood District, but you also now are the
Arbit,
founder and CEO of Arbit.
Yes. Arbit is also in the sneaker industry. We're a data and analytics company, so we provide pricing information to help users make more informed choices in the sneaker market. You know, we were able to raise $1 million to launch it, which, you know, to be a Black female founder in any part of the United States and be able to raise that type of capital is very rare. And I think a big part of that is money. You know, there's money here. History, especially as a Black founder, building things on Black Wall Street. And then there's a connectivity in the city. You know, the proximity, everyone here is 2-3 degrees away from a ton of sources of money.
I don't know this for sure, but I feel like in larger markets, it's a lot of competition and there's a competitive nature to being in this game. What I've noticed in Tulsa and Oklahoma is that people who you might normally be in competition with are actually there to help you. They want to help you out.
Tulsa for sure attracts a certain personality, and then the city itself has a personality that I think is more communal. And so I think that there's some of that personality that kind of like makes the city conducive to that type of behavior of, you know, working together. I also think like, you know, there's a dearth of competition here, right? And so if I'm trying to build something in Dallas, for example, which is super spread out and is not known for having like a super cohesive entrepreneurial ecosystem, there's going to be a ton of folks coming from all directions who are trying to build something. And the lack of cohesion within the ecosystem combined with all the competition makes it feel less supportive in some ways.
Should we get into the second course?
Let's do it.
Okay.
This is our chicken a la brasa, also called pollo a la brasa. So it's a half chicken that is smoked, and that's served on top of ají verde. I always describe it as like a mix between a pesto and a chimichurri. And really cool, creamy, delicious. It's got Parmesan, and then our golden rice and black beans. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Chef.
Wow.
I don't even know where to start with this.
Do this.
So let's talk about culture in Oklahoma. How do you describe the culture in Oklahoma to someone who's not from here?
There's this book, I think it's called Boomtown. And in the book, it talks about, you know, the origins of the state and how it was like a lot of people who kind of were cast aside from other places and decided to like build anew. And I think that there's still a lot of that in the personality of the state.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And it makes it very eccentric. I think it makes it a place where if you are intentional, you can find community.
I like the word you said, eccentric. Speak more on that. Like, what are some of the eccentricities of Oklahoma?
Before I get into eccentricities, this chicken is ridiculous.
I don't know how I've never had this. It's unbelievable.
This is how chicken is supposed to taste. Like, I'm disappointed in myself for like the way that I've been cooking chicken for years. Eccentricities. It's a place that like people come to for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah.
We talked about entrepreneurs who come here to build, and you know, on the flip side, there are people who feel really down and out who come here and have the opportunity to, you know, bloom into something totally different.
What do you think people from the outside would be surprised to learn about Oklahoma?
I mean, I think a lot of it is just the opportunity. There are opportunities to really connect culturally, opportunities to build things here. Food, I feel like we're kind of like an up-and-coming food scene. Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Lawton, Oklahoma, which is southwest.
Shout out to Lawton.
Shout out to Lawton. They've got like a great Korean food scene down there. It's a place that has like a lot of hidden gems. And then, you know, people like you are from here and come back here. And, you know, you bring the like richness of your experiences to the state.
Yeah, that's interesting. I feel like Oklahoma does pull people back for some reason, whether it's the community or the culture, and people really want to go have their experiences elsewhere, but also come back, and whether it is to build a family here, to settle down, to start a business, to pursue that dream they've always wanted to accomplish. And like you said, I think that results in a lot of really cool developments that are very unexpected, but they have this heart attached to them because it's people who really care about this place that are behind them.
Totally.
And I think that sets it apart.
You mentioned 2 C's of like reasons that people come here. Community, culture. An important 3rd C would be cost of living.
Totally.
Where I live downtown in Tulsa, if I tried to live like that in Chicago, I mean, I'd probably be paying 3 times as much.
Right. And you can pursue the things you want to pursue that you might not be able to do in that larger market. I'm excited for this.
Last but not least, this is our flan. Not very traditional. It's not like a custard base. It's sort of a panna cotta base. It's made with buttermilk. So there's no eggs in it. And there's a really simple caramel sauce on the bottom, and then an orange tuile. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks.
Thank you. Are you a big dessert person?
I'm a huge dessert person. I know you said you live downtown. What has the quality of life been like living in downtown Tulsa?
It's been a dream living downtown. When I had my business, I ended up, you know, selling Silhouette.
Congratulations.
Almost a year ago, thank you. When I had my business, I was literally living on top of my business. I had an apartment on top, and that was, I mean, since I was very young, has been a dream of mine.
Really?
Yes, to like own a business and like live on top of that business.
I didn't know that.
Like this morning, I woke up, walked to the bank, and then came here to Noche. So I love it. I feel like I have, you know, everything that I need.
You were talking too earlier about hiking. I know you're a big outdoor person.
So glad you brought this up.
That's a very underrated aspect of living in Oklahoma is
Totally.
proximity to nature.
Yeah, Oklahoma is such a vast state. Every corner of the state is very different geographically. You can be up in the Northeast and you've got proximity to like the Ozarks in Northwest Arkansas, or you can, you know, travel to Southwest Oklahoma where it feels a little bit more deserty.
Yeah, what's your favorite outdoor destination in Oklahoma?
The Wichita Mountains, Elk Mountain, down in Southwest Oklahoma. It's just like really, it's so stunning, the wildlife. You know, you could run into bison,
Yeah,
which I have.
yeah. Do you feel like you get to appreciate the cultural offerings?
I'm a big sports person.
Great place for people who love sports.
Great place, collegiate sports for sure. Of course, like the Thunder, I feel like, you know, soccer is getting really big in the state.
Oklahoma, being in the center of the country, we can kind of get on everybody's tour stop, I feel like. At our arenas here, we get everyone from Bad Bunny to Zach Bryan.
I can't believe I forgot music.
Yeah, I mean, we get all these big tours, but then you can be home in 5 minutes after.
Totally.
And that's really underrated.
And I need to be home at 5 minutes, like right
after moshing with the kids at Travis Scott.
Exactly.
So it seems like there's a lot of people who are moving here, who are building things. How do you see the personality of the state evolving?
I think a place is only enriched by having different experiences, different perspectives, different values come into a place. So I'm excited. I'm excited for, you know, what the next 5-10 years is gonna look like. We're definitely gonna have, you know, a couple of NBA championships under our belt.
Let's manifest that.
Exactly, so.
I love that. It's time for the speed round. Funniest misconception about Oklahoma.
That there's like cowboys just walking around, like everyone's got a cowboy hat on.
Best neighborhood in Oklahoma.
I feel like I gotta say downtown Tulsa. This is where I live. I love it here.
Who has better kicks, Tulsa or OKC?
feel like the answer has to be OKC. They have way more sneaker shops.
But Silhouette and others are
We're starting something.
best hidden gem in Oklahoma.
Nature in Southwest Oklahoma, the mountains down there.
More people need to go. Someone says Oklahoma is just a flyover state. What do you say back?
The representation of Oklahoma broadly in the public media is not even like a little bit of what Oklahoma offers. If you're adventurous, take a little detour, make a connection in Oklahoma City or Tulsa.
Thanks for joining me for a meal at Noche. It was great chatting.
Thank you for having me, Luke. I really enjoyed this.
Of course. Let's do it again sometime.
Please, like tomorrow.
Yeah. If you want to hear more stories about people like Venita, subscribe to Live in Oklahoma.